Oakley Dokley. Good afternoon, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C, where we're going to continue to do some stuff on Cinera. We're doing the mobile style for it, essentially. So, the way that I've currently been doing the mobile style is that I would essentially use the developer thing to how do you do this now? It's been quite a while since I actually looked at the developers, the mobile stuff, honestly. Is that it? There it is. Right. So the way I've been doing it is just by using this, and this lets you sort of obviously just change the dimensions of the window. So you can sort of see that it does change into, at some point it does change into a different layout. But unfortunately I've sort of realised that this ain't cutting the mustard. And I do actually now have an actual phone, an actual smartphone that can actually access it on, which is how I actually saw that it wasn't working. So I'm just booting it up. Unfortunately, I can't show this particular phone on the screen. It'd be kind of cool if I could, like put in OBS like an image of the actual thing. But I think that if it's possible, it'll be just a bit of a nightmare to try and do. So yeah, going to guide.handmade.hero.org doesn't actually yield a workable mobile version. It doesn't look like them. It doesn't look like it's supposed to do. And that is at here. And I'm specifically looking at 594 there. I think I might just also open this out and do its own thing. So this is what I'm looking at on the phone, and it looks like this. But if I were to do this, ideally you want it to be looking sort of like this, and you want stuff like the icons to work. But yeah, it's not. Yeah, so anyway, that's basically what we're sort of trying to do. We're going to essentially get this stuff to work on an actual phone. That's the idea. So the first bit of business is to set up a test server where I can actually have Cinera running. I suppose technically it doesn't necessarily need to have Cinera running, but it needs to at least be at least serving up one of these pages or a set of pages. Like it needs to be serving up a guide, basically. And it also needs to. I need to be able to send like new stuff from the desktop, which I'm going to develop the stuff on the desktop. I need to be able to send it to the server, and have the server obviously then send that out to people. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to set up that, and something I have also done is I've added a scene in OBS for it's basically redacted, and that's going to be when I want to do like stuff that's not supposed to really be seen. So let me just see if I can actually get to there. just 1 sec while I just give myself a key binding for that. So there's AFK 1, AFK 2. Applause is on nothing, Control C per C. So let's say Control C per 4. I mean, I suppose actually, look at this, show desktop, hide desktop. That's all I want actually. Let's just try that. That might actually, that might do for us. So go back to programming. Alright, then I press that. Okay, that's bang on actually, because that's also going to hide it straight away, which is one of the things I wanted to do actually. So we'll get rid of that. Okay, so we're here, programming. I can just talk about that with Thingy 4. Right. So yeah, the first thing we need to do is to get a new DigitalOcean droplet. I'm going to now redact the page. Just double check that has actually redacted. It has. Just verification. Go to the email. Flipping heck, right? By the way, this whole redaction thing is something that I think would be a really handy idea in an actual, just have a systematic way. I actually say that you want something to be kind of private, basically, so you can basically hide things from certain things. So basically capture, really. So if you do screenshots or if you're doing video captures, as I'm doing right now, it'd essentially somehow filter out the stuff that's supposed to be not seen. Alright, so we've got the main thing. I mean, I suppose I shouldn't really show any of this actually, sadly. All I've done so far, right, is I've logged into digitalocean.com, and I'm now looking at my actual account. So I've got a couple of things in here, a couple of droplets, one for my own website, and I've got one for the actual proper Cinera instances. So let us create a cloud server, I think is what I'm after. And this is going to be for basically Cinera working things. I want to use CentOS, that's what I want. Standard. What is that? £40 a month? $40 a month? Yeah, I don't need that much. I just need. Why is it going to the 40? What does that give you? It gives you 8 gig of memory, 4 CPUs, 4 threads, 160 gig of SSD, 5 terabytes of transfer. The 5 one, which I'm usually going for, is the 1 gig, 1 CPU, 25 gig of SSD space, and 1000 gigabytes of transfer. I mean, that's all I need. Yeah, let's stick it in London, I guess, because it's kind of close. Seems San Francisco has got a 3rd one. No priority. Right, and then I've got this SSH key thing. Let me just check what's going on here with this. Yeah, it is that one. I suppose I should make a new one, really. But no, let's just stick with this. Right, sorry. Where's my thing? Yeah, so I'm picking that one. Oh, 1 droplet, choose a host name. Okay, so the host name I'm going to say is alphanumeric dashes and periods. Cinera demos. So it's currently just creating the thing for us. And it's now done. So if I copy that, if I try and mosh into that, I promise you at some point we are actually going to get the full screen back, by the way. If I mosh into that, oh right, yeah, I'd have to install mosh on the server. So first of all, I'll have to SSH, I think. So it's been created. Do I have to actually do it through the web interface first? Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, it's not going to be that, is it? It's going to be something else. For Cinera demos. Add that. Would it be that? Nope. Right, yeah, Cinera demos is the host name. So what is the actual thing? Like, how do you log in? Right, I'm just going to show the thing again. DigitalOcean. Right, login. You log in by using it. Do you want to say root? Okay. That's what they want. Ah, this is more like it. Perfect. Okay, so root at that. I suppose it's fair enough to be operating as root, I suppose. So let's add that to our. Actually, just wait with me a sec. I'll just hide the screen again. Because I just want to set the hosts thing. Yeah. Oh no, it's etc. too. All right. Yeah. Now we don't have Mosh installed was the thing, wasn't it? So if I just show my thing again, it's package, isn't it? Well, it's not yum, is it? Apparently it is. Oops. The default was not yes. Really? See if it's showing. Yeah. Well, who cares? As long as I can get in, that's the main thing, I suppose. So do we have Nginx? We don't have Nginx. Alright. Might be nice to have Tmux actually. Yeah, it would. I think it'd be good to have Tmux. Now the thing is, actually, I probably want to send my own configuration over to this. I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit nervous actually about using roots to do all of this. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna use it for me. Oh, bloody hell. Am I redacted? No. Well, okay. Now we need to get the, what do you call it? The certificate. Yeah, no, if I'm not mistaken, I shouldn't be able to log in. As myself, should I? Yeah, no. So I need to actually go make the, I think, probably. Now I will want to be able to run Nginx as super user, so you see this here? That's, I think, what I'm talking about. I mean, the way I tend to do it actually is just to go like this. Um, okay. So that's given us sudo privileges. I then want to be able to start Nginx. Oh shit. Did anyone watch it? Uninterned is watching. Oh crap, there's quite a lot of people watching. Because even not your screen. Yeah, that's kind of intentional actually. Because I've got like some private stuff that I'd like to keep private, that I need to sort of obscure from the stream occasionally. Yeah, so it's intentional, and I hope it's not seen as rude. Just bear with us just a second. I'm just going to close that cute browser thing. I probably should get a better way of doing this actually. I probably should have like a dedicated like stream username. What has been seen? Let me just have a quick look at what has been spotted. I don't know. There's a lot of not very interesting stuff in there, I suppose. I might be able to get away with leaving that in the thing. All right. So we'll put that back up. Yes, we've now started Nginx, and I can actually give you I should be able to give you the address of the actual server. Let me just see if I can access it first of all. Yeah, okay, so that's the address of the server. Now, I mean, I kind of have a bit of a question here. Like, do I bother to add that in my own domain thing? I probably should do actually, honestly. Because like if I go to mibler.carpia.co.uk, for example, if I go to here, that takes us to an actual website. It'd probably be nice to say that we go to like, I don't know, Cinera mobile something. If we go to there, that would take us to the actual website. So let's do that. So in order to do that, I need to go to my actual. I need to log into UK2's thing now. So again, I'm just going to redact the screen just for a second. So it's gone again. In fact, get it back up. What I'm doing is I'm going to UK2.net. I have to log in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the screen now. Okay, so now I can see my own actual control panel. I'm going to the mibler.coffee.co.uk thing, and what would it be? DNS, maybe. Yeah, that is it. So if I just add a C name, is that what it would be? It's either an A host or a C name. Now I do have a test one, So if I go to test.movilocarpio, if I go to there, this is actually a site. So you can go there as well if you want to. Although this isn't going to be what I'm going to use. Yeah, just stick that down there. I'm just going to hide it again. Just like to see if I can find where that is set in my actual thing. And it is .co.uk, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I can't necessarily see it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add an A host. I think. Am I? Where's that gone? Okay. So the host is going to be sorry, Cinera mobile is what I wanted, wasn't it? And that is going to go to our actual thing. Alright, so now let me just try this. Cinera mobile. Alright, yeah, that gives us it. So this is where I'm going to be serving the stuff up. Am I showing the screen? No. Alright, let me just close this stuff. Close that. Close that. Close this. Close this. So yeah, I suppose one thing to watch out for is that there's no SSH key installed. Now I think that's probably okay because like I'm not going to be asking people to send any information to the website. So you know, there's not going to be any danger of stuff, you know, sensitive stuff being intercepted. But let's just see if we can get something going here. So let's try and locate the Nginx thing. And this is it's just the default thing so far. So I think we're completely fine. I think it's a user share actually. Yeah, it's looking kind of promising. Oh, actually, it's user share www, isn't it? Oh, index.html. That's going to be it, isn't it? Have you got Vim? No. So. Oh, tmux was the other thing, wasn't it? Alright, just hang on a second. I'm just going to send my tmux thing over. So, I want to send tmux. It's something like that. Tmux over to Cinera demos. Sorry, make lower Cinera demos. I think it's just that. Home at tmux. Well, home mat is me. What? Oh, teamwork.com. Okay, cool. We're getting there. What do you call it? Pac-Man. It's not Pac-Man, it's Yum. Am I showing the screen? Yeah. Just not thinking if teamwork is actually necessary. I mean, we're going to want to set the Nginx thing right, aren't we? But once we've got that, I mean, I assume we're just going to be... Oh, we're going to want Cinera running. That's going to be one of the things. So yeah. Yeah. But how many... No, sorry. We're going to set up Nginx. And then what we want to be doing, we're just going to be writing like CSS and JavaScript on the desktop on here, on the actual, it's going to be in here probably. I was thinking that to the server and then having Cinera pick it up and rehash it so that we can actually, well, not even caching actually, so the hash doesn't even really matter too much. So basically what I'm trying to drive at is we might not need to have teamworks installed because we don't necessarily want to have to be we don't necessarily want to be using multiple programs at the same time. But anyway, let's just do it. I mean, we don't do any of this, do we? New session. Main NCPP. So there, okay, so that's calling the session main, and it's saying that the first thing is supposed to be NTMP CPP. Can I just do this? I wonder. Yeah, I can. Alright, that's working exactly as I would expect it to work. Got the right keys. So we're at HTML. Oh, it's not main. It's not called main. I don't suppose we necessarily care. Let's not get hung up on it. Just do a check. Yeah. Okay, so we're in HTML. That's a read-only file. So yeah, I'm going to want to actually make a directory with the actual permissions for us. But just for the sake of argument, just to get us going. Hi there, viewers. This is new stuff. This is all new stuff. So has that worked? Cool. So you should be able to see that also updating for yourselves. So let's leave that as it is. Now the next thing is we need to get Cinera. So let's make a source thing. And I'm not going to use Git here. I'm going to actually use rsync. Basically because I don't want to be having to push all the changes to Git before then bringing them across. Basically because I tend to version each commit to Git, and I don't want to be doing that through the process of developing it, if you know what I mean. So HCD, this is Cinera. If I just say, actually, got that. So the files we need are cinera.c, cinera config.c, hmmlib.h, and probably html.a. And then we need stuff like the JavaScript file. .js. So Cinera, that's legit. I think all those are legit. Actually, hang on, let me split this out. I know that I want that. Yeah, I know what I want that. So that's going to go to Nebula at Cinera demos. Source Cinera in it. Brilliant. So, yeah, the next thing is the JavaScripts. So we definitely don't need mock or that. I suppose it might actually be helpful to see just a list of the files that are actually tracked. Can we do that? Create archive of files from named tree. Display data in columns. Information about files. Aha, that's what we want. Right, perfect. Oh yeah, it's the image we need also. Oops. So Cinera.c is already gone. Cinera.css. Cinera icon filter. Oh, we're gonna need some. We're going to need a project theme as well, actually. Oh, God. Cinera. Wait. Can't I just... Share with me. Can't I just sort of say this? Not quite. hang on. Git list files. What? Oh, right. Right. Okay, finally. Now we need to be able to build that. So that's going to be yum install libkill.devel is probably it, isn't it, actually? Now let me just see actually, is libkill necessary if you've got libkill.devel? So okay, so I just installed that. It resulted in removing the following protected packages DNF. That was what I just installed, wasn't it? Yum search curl. Where's my thing? Yeah, yum install libcurl. And if I'm not mistaken, DNF is, yeah, it's like yum basically. So that wasn't this is just so annoying. Like, I don't think, that install of libcurl. Okay, I'll take it back. It's already installed. Alright. So it's libkill.devel, isn't it, that I need? There's going to be a bit of there's almost a tirade there. Very nearly, very almost. Okay, so I guess we need to build hmmlib ourselves on here. And to do that, I think we just need, well, what's in this Git tree? This is example.c, hmmlib hl, and this to be, oh, then using this to be here too. Oh, sorry. Let's just do the whole lot over. Oh, you will need a make now. So that's going to the same place, essentially. And it's just make, I think. Oh yeah, it needs flex, doesn't it? I think. Flex to val. Or maybe just flex. That might not be it actually. Okay. So now that we've got that, we want to copy HMML .a, isn't it? Yeah, it's just HMLA. I think let's take them both. By the way, I suppose I should just describe what this shell thing is actually. What it's doing there is this up here. So this is the file that I've sent over to the server. Oh, you can show in the desktop, yeah. So what this is here, it's known as the one build system, and that's one as in one. If you look on Twitter, I think it's called 1-3D. Let me just DDG, this and 1-3. I think that's how you find him. Yeah, there it is, Onchon. So this is the thing that he kind of revealed to the world. Essentially what it does is, when you do like shell something, that invokes, it's basically, if you do that, it'll be bin. Let's just try that again. Okay, yeah, you can't cat it. ls shell. So basically, it's the shell is bin bash. Okay. So it runs this .c file as if it was like a shell script. So it then comes in. The if zero it serves two purposes. This hash is it means it's a comment basically. So in a shell script, you can put a hash at the start and it works as a comment. But also in a .c file, if zero is a way to comment out blocks, right? So it serves a dual purpose. So the thing comes in, bash or ZSH or whatever your shell is, sees this as a comment and skips on, and then this stuff here is what it operates on. So it does this check to see if we've got ctime installed. And then what it will actually do is it will call this function here, this is commented out, these are all commented out, and then after having called this, it then checks if CTime is installed, and if it is, it ends the CTime timing, and then it exits, and then that's it. It's done its job. So the C file, the shell will never actually see this comment for the end if, but this end if is necessary for the .c part of it to actually not compile this in, or rather to end the comment block associated with this goal, basically. If that makes any sense. But anyway, we've got Cinera installed now. Right, interesting. But that was not good, was it? Might have to just quickly see what's going on there, actually. Oh yeah, Vim won't be set up with it. I suppose I could actually get a new thing. Oh, the address sanitizer. Could that have caused it though to fail? It's possible that with that installed now it won't actually die, isn't it? Oops. So in init memory arena, so this is allocated, so expand path. It's just a case of just do the change that I recently did. It's pretty annoying that it keeps going to HTML, by the way. Basically what I did just in the most recent thing was I changed this from being a calloc to a regular allocation. I wonder if that's our problem. No. Okay, so that's good. Because basically when I do it as a malloc as opposed to a calloc, it actually uses 3 meg less, basically. So this is saying there's in main expand path. The config path is equal to an expand of I mean, that starts off as this. Do we have that, I wonder? We do have that. Although xcg config home shouldn't be there. Ah, interesting. If it thinks that xcg config home is there, and if we're saying that this is what the path is supposed to be for the default config, this is going to be that, and this is a binary. Might also install CGDB actually. Really? Or is it just part of CGDB? I mean, has it got GDB at least? What do you call this? The actual interface, I mean, it would be nice if I could get CGDB actually, honestly. So there's CentOS mentioned there. Which I've got a chat by the way as well. Been neglecting you all. So one place. Yeah, what version of CentOS am I on? 8, I think it's 8, I think. I spotted that briefly. Well, GDB has its own thing, doesn't it? GDB, like, what do you call it? Yeah, view source. The TUI, that's it. GDB, TUI, is that going to work? Alright, so let's just try and learn about this now. There's Cinera. Right here. Alright, so there's my source file is more recent than executable. what's this stuff down here? And this is for sending stuff over there. I can do that in this area. In fact, I could probably do this actually in here as well, actually, for that matter. So let's actually do that. If I I need to rejig this. Yeah, just give us a sec. I will just do this just quickly. That was the latest commit, and then all this stuff down here will be new stuff. Also, just on here, let me just write in all the credits. Okay, so SSH, Cinera demos, Miblo at Cinera demos. Yeah, I've lost the actual session. Ah, that's the problem, isn't it? We wanted to actually connect. To this session. So previously it was like this, wasn't it? If you remember, an NTMP CPP is just this music player. So if you don't have that, let me just have a quick look. Just bear with me just a sec. Was attached session. Ah, actually, I'll tell you what I think is the thing that's going on here. It's I just grab tmux for in. Yeah, tmux attached. So let me just add that to my thing. That's in bash, I'll see, isn't it? Tmux equals tmux attach. Yeah, and then source that, and then I do tmux again. Still hasn't quite worked, has it? Again, that might be to do with this session business. Say this, and then if we say I think I need to close tmux completely. So this is in tmux still. I think we're now out of tmux here in SSH. if I just open up tmux here, we're in bash, and if I just sort of say, and if I open tmux here, I guess technically here I'm not on the new bash offset. Alright, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. Okay, so we're not in tmux. We are in tmux. Although, where's that hello gone? Oh, I don't know. Who cares? Yeah. You can see this is sized like this because this is sized like this. So there's something's happening that's kind of okay. But I don't know. Where was it up to? CGDB, wasn't it? Okay, brilliant. So I want to, let's just try and break on this. Can I do that? And it's also in, what's that error? I think I've lost it, haven't I? I suppose I could actually just continue until it, well, it's actually here, isn't it? It was in expand path, it was dying. Yeah, right, so I've got xg config home. Let's say xg config home. Aha, so now it's saying no such file directory. Which means, what does that mean? Well, I think it means actually, again, it's going to use the current directory. Yeah, okay. Yeah, perhaps here it is. Simple. So we've got the path, which is that. Well, there is no string. Is that what I expected? Yeah. Resolve path was where it was, wasn't it? Actually, I think about it. And then we crash. Okay, so let's do a resolve path. Oh, I know why. The copy string to buffer no format. hasn't null terminated it. I think it's the problem. And well, we did find, didn't we, though, that when we calloc the arena, that didn't actually help us. Okay, so there's nothing in the B. How is there nothing in the B exactly? Me again. Oh, this is nonsense. Really could do with CGDB actually. It's the C buffer for string is the failure, isn't it? Why is that nothing exactly? Yeah, why is that nothing? Because if you think about it, yeah, I can't actually navigate in this. I think it was expand path or something. We've got this. That's currently that. Yeah, because it hasn't managed to expand anything. Yeah, that's this, isn't it? What did we get locally? What? So that's what we've got there. We've now got a weird thing. So basically it's expanded the xcg config home. I mean, doesn't it seem like this is busted, really, is what it seems like. Just give us a couple of minutes and I'll be right back. I think I know. I'm going to investigate this. Let me just change that XG thing. To be nothing. Because I'm pretty sure there will be a thing that's as nothing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's set. But if we now do the same thing, so I think we should get the crash, shouldn't we? Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. So yeah, all we need to do is fix the expand path. So if you think about it, what we've got there is we've got this path. So what do you want to turn that into if nothing isn't set? I mean, you just want to turn it into that, don't you? Or this. You basically want to turn it into that, but that can't happen if there's no expansions. So it kind of seems like I don't know, like if there's no expansions, what you just skip past. You need to write out until you encounter what's something that should be expanded, isn't it? Mind, shouldn't word expression underscore T do that for us? Or word expand? Let's just do it again. What? Can't I just break into that? Alright. So yeah, again, we've got path, there's nothing Cinera.conf. No expansions. The working path begins as the actual path. It's going to try and expand, but it still has the working path. So yeah, it hasn't managed to expand things. So if we've got an expansion, if that is not equal to that, If that is not equal to that, which it is, if it's not equal to the theorem extreme, the entire expansion to basically turn that into the, make that into the actual result. Sorry, if this is not equal to this, it's going to stick the relative directory. Let's go back to the other version. So how did I manage to expand it? Yeah, I mean, shouldn't this be able to handle, like, do you know what I mean? Like, shouldn't this function be able to handle environment variables on set? On def. Consider it an error if an undefined shell variable is expanded. Undefined shell. Okay, so let's just read about this a bit further. The function word expand fills the shell expansion of the string S and returns the result in the structure point sigma p. Just try and push this a bit further. So we've got multiple things there. I mean, the way I would suggest that you'd want to have this expanded would be that just gets wiped out, and that gets wiped out, so you end up with that. You know, and then later on, if somebody fails to expand that, then it actually, hang on. If a thing isn't set. No, I think it actually, now I think about it, if a thing isn't set, you probably actually want to return an error. Don't you? So they're probably actually right to say consider an error if an undefined visual is expanded. So I've got that flag set. It's an error. Oh, hold on. Is that what's preventing it actually from doing anything? Well, there's our thing. If I don't set this flag, will this do what I'm sort of suggesting? I wonder. Yeah, it's found one expansion. Yeah, that's exactly what I was sort of suggesting it should look like. Interesting. So that's the question, isn't it? It's like, do I want it to do that? And just like not alert people to the fact that they've set an unset thing. Let's just see what this guy will return. Consider it an error. Returned by an undefined treasure is referenced. Would it say which one is undefined, I wonder? Probably wouldn't. I think let's consider it an error. And if we've got a config path, well, what is this going to return? It's going to return an actual path, isn't it? Oh, mind you, we already know straight off the bat, don't we, that we've been returned nothing. So we can actually say something. Well, we can only do the whole function if we've got a config path. But if we haven't got a config path, then I guess expand path can be the person who no. Let's say here the word expressions. This is going to return an int. Now, am I going to have the cases for this? Probably not, I think. Oh, we have. Okay, so what else can this return actually? Our memory. I don't suppose they actually has these errors itself somewhere. It doesn't seem to be set. It's like the error string number, whatever. Well, let's just This is kind of like a system error, really. So we've got config error, indexing error, and then this is going to be, what is this going to be? Illegal occurrence of yeah, let's just say in the path. That's going to be our person, isn't it? So if we've got a file name, I know, so we're going to have no file name, no line number. The severity is going to be error. The message is going to be this, and the string received is going to be the path. Yeah, let's save that, I reckon. So, illegal, so an undefined show error was referenced in the okay. Now let's see what happens. Oh shit. So path results. Ah, hang on. We should only try and resolve if we got a result, shouldn't we? Well, I just suppose if we got a word expression result, we'll just return some sort of success. I don't know. Okay, so I think that's a little bit more like it. We're now reporting stuff that dies. And that's the only time we use expand path, apparently. Include path, try to expand. Yeah, so if we got an include path. I suppose I should handle this, shouldn't I, actually? If this fails to include. Let's see what does happen, actually. So we've got that. Now if we continue to the next, we need to actually CGDB the args. Okay. Now there should be Cinera includes people. We've been given a path that is Cinera includes _hero _people.conf. Oh right, yeah. So there is that first of all. This should be the bogus one. Yeah, nothing. And then we come down here, we don't have an include path. So this should fail, shouldn't it? Okay. It's going to then try and tokenize something with no. Obviously, we're going to get to here, aren't we? Tries to tokenize something with no path. going to try and open a path that doesn't exist. Shouldn't we only try and push a watch handle if we can actually read it? Would that be a reasonable thing to suggest? Yeah, because this is now dying. Let's say that that's all we do. Because if that thing is unable to move a copy file, yeah, I suppose actually the watch handle thing could push on something. It's down here. Right. We've tried to expand that path. We've got nothing. So I reckon we should be saying something like this. If we've got an include path, we proceed, and then finally free that included path. And what this is trying to now say is that it's going to try and either find a file that's already got that same file name, or it's going to tokenize afresh. I think here it's just a config error. Well, it's a config file include error, isn't it? Included file cannot be opened. Don't we have something like that? I mean, we're here, aren't we? Pair position line number, I think, is where we are. And also pair position file name. And this wrap 0, if we haven't got a thing. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's just say it's a config error. It's there. We know the severity of it, we know the message, so it's sort of a warning actually here, because we can still continue to actually we can still continue to pass the config. Actually, we do have the whole path also, now that I think about it. Don't we? The includer, sorry, the includer file path is the T file path. Okay, yeah, it doesn't like that. So it's the includer file path. And the error is that it was whatever we were just told it was, wasn't it? It's the pair value, isn't it? Here we go. Well, not really. So it couldn't get something, it seems. Did really does it? Just try that once more. Right, so there's our nothing. This is what I want to look at. So there's a system error. Word expression not show very consider this an error in nothing Cinera included.conf. So we broke out and we don't do anything. Tokenize comes down here. Why do we not have the new code? Exactly. Right, there should be if include path. Try again. Right. Well, actually, let's check on the actual thing. Probably the more sensible way of doing it. So there is an include path there. And there. And there. And this one, I think we should see a message. Yeah. So there's our undefined shell reference. And then, having gotten a system error, we then emit a config error. Config warning on line 187 of this. Could not include file. I think that's more like what you'd want to have happen. Yeah, and then all these start to fail. Alright. I will like to go through and actually use this new system error a bit more comprehensively. But for now, I'm not going to bother. That's not the focus. The focus is trying to get the mobile thing going. If we run Cinera now, we get this, which is completely fine. And if we do Cinera conf, we get some erroring and we get various things, but we at least don't get crashing. Yeah, and another thing actually, they are errors, and we are, I believe, suppressing prompts. Yeah, so if we don't suppress the prompts, shouldn't we be asked to wait for import? Oops. Blimey. What on earth happened there? I've got no idea what happened then. Anyway, what I was trying to do, trying to build that, wasn't I? Trying to build that, and then go over to the other side, and yeah, run it with the wait for import. That's what I was trying to do. Wait for import. So error credentials. We wait for import. I think doesn't this wait for import? No. Interesting, so only the error credentials actually wait for import. Is that how I want it to be? That's interesting. I wonder if the severity is error, would we like to wait for import? I don't know. I think that's something I'll have to think about another time. for now we've at least got this. The next thing I've got, we can see stuff flying past. Yeah, so we're now actually not crashing, which is a good thing. Yeah, the patch number has been incremented. Just double check. The patch number was incremented. We haven't changed the build version. So what we've done there is just hide the screen just for a second. I'm just going to update the thing on Hamid Hero and Risky Business. And then what I'll do is I'll push this to the new server. And see if we don't crash. Hopefully we don't. Alright, so we're back. So now if I go over to wherever we were, that was just the public one, by the way, fortunately. AUVL is apparently what he likes to be seen. So this change within Cinera C and Cinera config probably. And we want to put both these files in Cinera, Miblo at Cinera demos. Source Cinera. Now we've got it. Perfect. We don't crash, that's bang on. So we need a config. So let's just use the one that I'm using here. So Yeah, it's using home. Home match is there. I should actually change that. What? See, I can't search for home mat. Basically, I wanted to accidentally create a home mat directory. Yeah, that Tmux thing ain't working, is it? Oh, it's because I'm killing the Tmux, that's why. Yeah, sorry. What I should be doing, actually, if I put hello here, what I should be doing is that, I believe, detaching from that session. Right. And then quitting out of the actual server. I think that's what I should be doing. And then if you do Tmux, we should get the hello. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. That's better. I like it. Okay, so what have we just done? Cinera thingamajig. So if we go to source Cinera and we go Cinera, oh shit, we've got a core dump happening here. Unable to create a directory Cinera DB. I suppose I should handle this, shouldn't I? So unable to create directory. Let's get a line number on this. So that's saying there, so locate block 4742. Yeah, I guess that's just going to keep biting in the ass, isn't it, actually? Like, if you can't actually... Yeah, I suppose... This needs to be able to fail. This is exactly what we were saying, wasn't it? We were saying unable to create directory. This could be system error, actually. Yeah, we've got the string error also. Let's leave this for now. Can do that later. So if this has ended up with RC error directory, only if that can succeed do we do that. And then I guess this can also return its result. And then I suppose actually this is the actual function. Hopefully this should prevent us from now getting into an awful situation. should see the unable to create directory, and that should set the success to non-success, and then we should see not the segmentation fault. I suppose also actually, you know, when we exit, we probably should do that. And I think there's nothing else we'd like to do actually, is, oh, it's the control C. So when you issue the sig int thing, it should actually kind of not interrupt the program necessarily and not kill it straight away, but actually let it continue on and do some stuff that it might not want to do. Okay, so now if we do the Cinera again, create directory. Sorry. That's what it wants to be saying. Perfect. Okay, that's good. So, I mean, as to why you can't create that, it's going to be because of that environment variable is set, isn't it? The database location. So we're saying in the config that the DB location is supposed to be, well, we don't actually set it, so what's the default then? It's this again, isn't it? Yeah, it's not set. So that's the reason that ain't set. I mean, at least we handle it now, to some extent. So, yeah. I think we could probably proceed. And just set this to be something. So what do I have it set as? It's home.config, basically. Does this appear in the ZSH file, by the way? hang on just a sec. Just have a look at that file. So that's in there. Okay, so it's exporting these. So yeah, I suppose I'm going to do that. It's export, then these values. Let me just save these off. Okay, and then let's take these things. Exactly what I want. Then with a bit of luck, when I run Cinera, should be able to make that database directory, database file, I think. Yeah, cool. So it's saying there's an latest file directory, but I assume we managed to create it. Include file cannot be opened. Nothing, so include. We've got that still open. So I think that was just that actually. I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'll send this over to the dude. Right, so there's no, you don't see that error anymore. Alright, so we've been going for 2.5 hours. We've got Nginx kind of going. Got Cinera sort of working. Yeah, I guess we can actually do this, can't we? Let's get it making something. So what we want to be saying is Nginx needs to be running as Miblo. You want Cinera able to write out to a saying location. So let's just try to find the config actually for this. Provides. No. There we go, there's some files. So the main configuration is etc nginx, nginx.conf. So yeah, this is the user at nginx. So what I'm basically suggesting is that we run it as miblo. And then this root thing here, user share. Let's stick it there. If that's a reasonable place to put it. Probably won't have permission. Okay, so if we can write to Cinera Mobile, that's our base directory basically. Base URL is going to be this. Okay. Now the reason there's none of these things, by the way, is that there's no HTML files. So some demos, let's make a thing that's like, mine's 10 by the way. Is that just, yeah, where the old stuff used to be. Relocating from there to there, yeah. So that's unfortunate that it keeps those around, that temp directory sticking around actually. I mean, that's all you've got. Anyway, so there's source. Let us now well, we know that they're all Cinera demos in here. Yeah, this is bang on. So the HTML data we can now configure. And that's at home. So did that actually relaunch? I wonder. Should have done. Yeah. So there's no default medium set in the config. Bitwise programming. So the reason for that is that we don't have that medium. Always expands on this, isn't it? Shift width. Okay, we're getting a bit closer. There's just no credentials for some people. Basically everyone, really. Now if you remember, actually, we do have the include, don't we? Brought that along with us. think it's just there, isn't it? Okay, so it's a cemetery hero. Cinera includes hero people. Where's that coming from, I wonder? Oh, yeah, I know. They're right here. So we actually want to be saying, just give us the conf files also. Yeah, that's exactly it. Then do we have any more includes? We don't. Well, I mean, at least with other people. There we go. Everyone's going in. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so the only thing we're missing is the assets, which this reckons are at temp. So probably want to say that they go at Cinera Mobile assets, I reckon. And then we want to say, well, we're already managing to get some stuff happening in there. Some stuff was check something, wasn't it? See what topics has gone in. We've got double / there. Oh, it's the lineage. Sorry, shouldn't have the lineage. I like it. And then we just want to take the actual things. What is it again? AUVL. Actually, it's visible here. Let's do the same thing with now. I don't know if those got picked up. They don't seem to have been picked up. Okay, so we've got an updated checksum for these guys. So you know what I think was set up actually. Yeah, I do. Set up. So basically, I reckon the things that we're going to be changing here are like the Cinera.css file. I think is one of the things we're going to be changing. And probably the JavaScript file, one of the JavaScript files. So I think the idea is that when I do change them, I'll be changing them over here. You know, I'm going to be in like this or that, or whatever. Make the change, push the change directly to the assets directory. So let's just see if we can do that. If I just make a trivial change to the Cinera.css. And then we want to rsync uvl Cinera.css. We want to send this over to Miblo Cinera demos user. Do I have this? No. Damn. Let's try that again. I want to sync this over. It's a CSS, isn't it? To here. So what's his problem? Oh. So that's gone over. We've got the asset picked up. That's changed. And there's our change. Perfect. So I think we're cooking on gas here. Yeah, bang on. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I might want to make some aliases to do that kind of a bit more nicely. But the gist is that we've got it going. Just see if I can actually access it on the mobile phone. So it's Cinera-mobile. Where is my hyphen? Cinera-mobile.mobile.co.uk. Alright, we're there. So yeah, that's it. So I reckon we set up. So this is where we're talking about. Still in HTTP, obviously, but I think that's still fine because it's you know, we're not sending interesting information between the visitors and the server. But yeah, I think that's it. And next time, I reckon we will be actually looking into what's not working. So we're going to have the mobile here. We're going to be looking at the actual website, and we're going to see what doesn't work. I mean, at the moment, this clearly ain't cutting the mustard in the slightest, because I mean, yeah, I can show this. I don't know if you can see that at all, but that isn't really usable at all. It's very small, and also the screen was kind of blanking out. I might have to change that. See if I can change the settings on this. Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be for the next time. We're going to be looking on the mobile just to see how stuff works, and hopefully, if more people actually tune in, we can kind of crowdsource some kind of feedback, really. So people can say what doesn't work, what they like to be changed, and then I can try and actually do that change, basically. But that'll be next time. So for now, I'll just say thank you very much, Here's, and thank you very much for being here, for being beautiful, for being successful, for being mobile, and for remaining locked down, I guess, because we're still in a pandemic here. COVID-19 is still knocking about, and we've got to look out for each other. So until next time, farewell for now.